Alright, welcome to today's yoga. We're going to get some core work in, some standing poses, and some deep stretches. You'll want an optional strap or a tie would be good. Something that you can loop around depending on your flexibility. It's just for a quad stretch. I'm not going to need mine, but I'll still leave it up off the top of my mat. We'll start in Shavasana. Alright guys, this is a time to start to ease some calming breaths, start clearing your mind, slowing your breath pace down. We're going to engage that Ujjayi breath here, taking a nice big inhale through the nose. And as we exhale through the nose, we're going to constrict that back of the throat there, getting that little auditory ocean-like sound. If you're not able to breathe through your nose today, that's okay. Just focus on taking some nice slow breaths. That's what the rest of us are going to focus on with our Ujjayi breath. Slow, controlled breathing of movement. Very nice inhale. Bring both knees towards your chest. I'm just going to do a little rocking side to side. Still breathing. Massaging at the lower back. Maybe drawing some little circles here. Or big circles. It's up to you. Listen to your body. You can go the other way. It's so important here to listen to your body. Remember, no pain. You can always grab the water when you need it, or always come down to Shavasana or Child's Pose if you need a break. I'm going to drop my left leg, bring it straight out, and just pull that right knee into my chest. Nice big pull, pull, pull. I'm just going to do a gentle spinal twist. So my right hand's going to come to the ground. I'm just going to pull my left leg just up and over just a little bit. Just until I feel a little stretch through those back muscles. Nothing deep. Keep that leg bent. Just warming up. Just take one more breath here. As we inhale, bring ourselves back center. Hug that knee and lift the head. Give yourself a little crunch. And release both head and knee. For your next inhale, we're going to pull the left leg in. Again, give that nice little hug here. This time the left hand's going to come to the ground by your side. Right hand's going to pull the left leg across the body to the right. We lift just the hip. Keeping our chest and face square to the ground. Keeping the left shoulder on the mat. And gentle little stretch here. Let's do one more big breath. Good. Bring the leg back to center. Tuck the head, give yourself a little hug, but this time just drop the head, pull the right knee in. We're going to bring our legs to a nice tabletop position here. Pressing that lower back into the mat. You can have your hands by your side. I prefer to have them further out, maybe in a T position, because we are going to be using our core here. I want those hands for support. Making a nice big inhale here, finding my length with my back. Curving up, pressing the back into the ground. You can exhale here. Take your next inhale, keeping the hips and knees locked at 90. We're going to drop the leg as far as you can over to the right side, keeping the left shoulder on the mat. As you exhale, pull back up through center. Slowly control as we inhale, over to the left. Exhaling, pulling up. You can go at your own breath pace here. Keeping those shoulders on the ground, exhaling to pull up. Rotating right through the torso, chest stays facing upwards. Try and keep those knees and hips at 90. Let's do one more each side. Nice big inhale if you're with me. Exhale, pull up. Last one all the way through. Inhale to the left. Exhale, pull up. I'm going to grab underneath my knees. I'm going to lift my head. Give myself one more little crunch. And we're going to rock and roll here. Just give me a few. Really massage out that back, that spine. Don't roll into the neck though. Maybe one or two more. And we're going to curl ourselves under into a nice tabletop position. Let's just focus on spreading our fingers. So lift up all your fingers and we're going to plant a finger at a time. Pinky, rings, spreading them wide, middle, index, and then thumb. Just a little spider grip here. And just do a little playing with the spine here. Trying to find that nice neutral spine. And as we inhale, we're going to send the hips up, coming up into downward facing dog. We're going to walk out our dog here, just finding a little length, one heel at a time. Just breathe. Don't try and press one heel into the ground as you lift the other. Just keep switching. Still pressing strong through the fingers. And let's come to stillness, engaging the quads, keeping them strong to release the hamstrings. Lift the tailbone to the sky. Take a nice big inhale. You're going to lift the right leg up. Hip stays forward, so just lift the heel. Just three-legged dog. As you inhale, pull the chin, the knee to chin, flatten out that back hanging plank. And on your next exhale, plant the right foot down. Just finding that nice little lunge here. Pulling the hips apart, scissoring them. As we pivot, inhaling up, warrior one, back foot drops 45 degrees here. Try to square those hips up, facing forward. Do a little modified revolved triangle. You can always have the option to go into full triangle. But exhale, sink a little deeper. One more breath here for warrior one. And straighten our right leg. As we exhale with a nice flat back, we're going to start hinging forward. Start reaching forward with both hands until you bring your chest down to a nice flat position. As far as you can go, both hands can come to either side of your right leg here. Tucking that right hip in. We're just going to grab our leg here. Using my left hand, if you can come get down without hunching or hinging, you can feel free to do so. Otherwise, just hold on to that right leg. Keep a little micro bend in that leg. Maybe you just want to look over the right shoulder here. Maybe you want to bring the right hand to the right hip. Or maybe you want to expand up, revolving, lifting the right arm all the way to the sky, creating a nice little T position here. With both legs straight, pressing the outside edge of the left foot into the mat. As we try and bring our gaze up and over to that right shoulder. So remember, you can keep yourself modified today. Let's take one more big breath here. We're going to bring the right hand back down. We're just going to walk it just back up. Focus on lengthening out your spine. Maybe inhaling halfway lift here, so you have a nice flat back parallel to the ground. Exhale. You inhale, bring your arms back up, warrior one again. And square those hips up, find your strength. Sink a little deeper. One last breath here. Let's bring the hands down, frame the foot. Step the right foot back into downward facing dog. So spread those fingers again. And you're going to come with me for a modified flow. So inhale, come towards plank, drop the knees. Exhale, elbows take all the way to the ground. Inhale, just lift the chin, lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Just take a few breaths here. Still find that ujjayi breath. Getting that little constriction as we exhale. Letting that ocean-like sound calm us a little bit. That ujjayi breath within creates a little fire. Your next inhale, let's lift just the left leg up. Heel facing at the sky, don't open up that hip. And as you inhale, hold the knee to your chin, flatten out that back. And exhale here. Take another inhale. Plant that left foot down. Maybe readjust if you didn't quite get it in enough, and just focus on opening up those hips. Use your hands to support you here. Do a little playing around. Just try to sink deeper here. And On your next inhale, we're gonna open up warrior one, pivot the back foot 45 degrees as we inhale. Come up and just adjust yourself here. Sinking a little deeper. Trying to find a little balance. Pressing evenly to all 4 points on both your feet. Lunge it a little deeper. Alright, we're going to do the same little modified series here on the left side. So let's straighten the leg. Take a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, micro-bend in that knee. Hinge over, just hinging over. Keeping that back flat. When you can't go anymore, bring your hands to your leg. So right hand on right side, left hand on the other side. Tuck that left hip under. So we're going to start here. This is a little modified version for a breath. I'm going to walk you through each little variation if you want to go. If you want to go, you can always lower yourself down a little farther here. It's okay if you're not the same on the left and the right. If you've watched my video here, you know that my left is a lot tighter. I have an hamstring injury. I'm just going to baby it a little today. So option one, go lower. Option two, left hand to left glute, and we're all just going to look a little bit over that left shoulder, opening up that shoulder to the left. And then our next option is reach up with that left hand, creating a nice T position, really opening and twisting. Make sure you maintain a micro bend in that right knee, not to hurt yourself. Good. Take a nice big breath here. Last one. As we inhale, we're going to untwist. Just bring yourself nice parallel flat back here. Halfway lift as you will. On your next inhale, let's lunge back into warrior one here. Just find that warrior one. Bring this to a nice safe position. Always come back to. So keeping that core nice and tight. Keeping the legs engaged. Let's bring our hands to frame. The left foot, step back, downward facing dog. Alright, we're going to do a full flow, but feel free to do a modified that we did before. Just hold your downward dog or chance. So we inhale, come towards plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, dog and cobra, press with the hands. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Just take a couple nice, big, slow ujjayi breaths here. Last one. Alright. We're going to go into tail of the dog with the option to go into wild thing. So inhale, lift the right leg, bend the knee, open up the hip. Right foot to left glute, knee to sky. You can stay here and tail the dog. If you want to go a little bit deeper, make sure there's a nice neck bend in the left elbow. We're going to trace that right foot, bring it all the way down the ground. Straighten the left leg, right arm comes up overhead. We lift the hips, gaze goes to the right finger, right here into wild thing. Keeping nice and strong, really lengthening out with that arm. Right arm, left leg, pulling in opposite directions. We'll just take one more breath here. No matter where you are, we're going to flip ourselves back into downward facing dog for 2 breaths. Whether that was your first time or your 10th time doing that, just reset yourself. Just feel the difference on left to right. Don't worry, we will balance again. Next, inhale, pull the right knee to the chin, flatten out the back, hanging plank. Take another inhale. And then on your exhale, plant the foot, drop the left knee. We're going to walk the right foot out, mat width apart. If you have any knee issues, we're going to be here for a bit, so you can fold your mat over, use a towel or something to get yourself a little more comfortable. So keep that right Knee tucked, and we're gonna sink those hips down. Try and lengthen out here. You can come up onto fingers, knuckles if you have to. You can even walk your hands up in front of you, come down, or come down a little bit onto those forearms. So you want to make sure we're not hunching. We need to focus on lifting and lengthening. You'll find that left arm will be much easier on the ground than the right. That's okay. You can be in this intermediate area with the hands forward if you like, but keep that right hip tucked forward. So this is where you might want to keep your strap handy, especially if you've looped it for that extra quad stretch. Let's bring our hands back up underneath us. Left hand underneath our left shoulder. Right hand comes just above the knee. Lengthening out as we inhale. As we exhale, then press the right knee away from me, rotating on the outside edge of the foot. Letting my torso go a little to the left as I lengthen out. Straightening that right arm. Here. Just opening up that hip a little bit more in this variation of lizard. Bring your gaze to the upper right side of your wall. Or maybe a nice window outside. Good. Take one more big breath here. Inhale, bring that leg back in. We're gonna walk our hands back towards our left knee, straighten the right leg, half splits here. So let's bring our hands to our hips, guys. So flex the right foot, hinging over. Make sure we're not rounding, sticking that chest out. Just sinking down till you feel a nice stretch on the back of that right leg. Here. Exhale, melt a little bit more. As you inhale, let's walk ourselves back to lizard. Alright, this is the actual part where we need the strap. So I'm going to bring my right hand in the center of my body, and I'm going to bend my left knee. This is where I really want you to have a little cushion if you need it. So if you've got a strap, even if it's not looped, you can always grab both ends and hook your foot with it, pull it deeper. You don't need that strap. You can just grab your foot, sinking those hips down. So you want to make sure you're just above the kneecap. You're not sitting on it here. So instead of being up here, we're going to push those hips forward. Good. We're going to hold this one for a little bit longer. Try and lengthen through the chest. We want to make sure that we're not hunching at all here. 2 more big slow breaths, guys. Exhale, maybe push those hips a little closer to the ground. As you inhale, lengthen out through the neck, chest, and spine. Good. Slowly release that left foot down. Bring your hands back to center. Walk the right foot back to center and frame the foot. Lift the left knee, step back. Downward facing dog. You can put the strap off the side. You may need it for the next side. Hold the dog here for 2 breaths. One more breath here. Alright, optional floor. You know your options, guys. Here we go. Come with me or modified. Inhale towards plank. Exhale, lower down chair. Inhale, press up, shoulders are strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. Alright, making sure those fingers are still strong. You're going to do everything on the left side now. So, you got your 2 options, tail of the dog or wild thing. Inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip, knee to sky. So you can stay here in tail of the dog, chest still facing forward, or you can keep yourself strong in that right hand as you rotate through. Bring the left foot towards the ground, lifting the hips. Micro bend in that right elbow as you reach the left arm up overhead with your gaze. If you feel any pain here, guys, back out of it. Right fingers should be strong. Both feet are into the ground. I'm pressing through the outside edge of that right foot, and my left foot is fully on the ground. One more breath. And everybody's going to inhale back into downward facing dog. Rotate back through your wild thing and drop that left leg, hips go to sky. Take one more breath, guys. Find that Ujjayi breath. Good, on your next inhale, come towards plank. Pull the knees to your chin, hanging plank. Let's do inhale here. Exhale, plant the left foot, drop the right knee, walk the left foot outside edge of your mat. All right, sinking those hips down into lizard here. So lengthen out that chest. If you want to go a little lower, you can walk your hands forward. Maybe drop down to your forearms. Just making sure we're not doing any hunching here, and that left leg is staying tight here. We'll cross it away in a second. And let that back foot go. Squeeze those right glutes. Just to help you release the front side a little bit, little opposition here. Good. If you're down like me, walk your hands back, up underneath you. Right hand come on the right shoulder. I'm gonna bring my left hand just above my left knee, and as I exhale, I'm pressing that right leg away from me, rolling on the outside edge, straightening my arm, letting my torso go a little to the right as I sink down into this variation of lizard. Gaze comes up to the left ceiling, higher wall area, wherever's comfortable on your neck. So you rotate just a little bit. Let's do one more big inhale here. Good. Pull that knee back to center. Come back to that lizard as we walk our hands back towards our right knee, sending the hips back to that knee. Straighten the left leg, flip the toes, half splits. Everybody, we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Inhaling and exhaling to full forward as we push that chest forward to keep the back flat. Push those hips just a little bit towards the left because we are in a little bit of a wide position here. Seeing how that changes the stretch. Good. Really sink into it here. Keep that Ujjayi breath going. Nice, slow and controlled last breath. As you inhale, walk yourself back to lizard. This is where you may want your strap again, making sure you got a nice cushion on that knee if you need it. So I'm going to bring my left hand to the center under my torso. I'm going to bend the right knee. I'm going to grab my foot or loop it with a strap. You can't grab it and you don't have a strap. You can just keep it bent, using your muscles to hold it. Still pushing the hips down, rolling just above that kneecap. Really getting into that quad. You can bring your gaze over that right shoulder if you'd like. Good. 2 more breaths here, guys. Focus on lengthening, pressing through the fingers to keep you strong. Don't put all that weight on that right leg, otherwise you won't like it. Alright, release the hand, bring the leg back down. Let's walk your foot back to center. Lift the right knee, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Alright guys, optional flow, come with me or at your own pace. So inhale, come towards plank. Exhaling, lower down, chaturanga. As you press up, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Alright, last downward facing dog. So really, really enjoy this. Find your length, pull those heels down. Do a little rotation of those arms, tuck them under. Very nice. Inhale, lift the knees. Rock them down to the ground. I know we're almost done, but we'll take a quick drink before we lie down and do a little bit more. Alright, so you can roll over to your side when you're ready. We're just going to stay on our behind first. We'll do a little bit of Asana core here. A little release, and then we'll be done. So you've got your options for Navasana. So core is tight and we're leaning back. Option 1, we're going to lift the feet up, keep the hands while supporting the legs. Option 2, hands come free, palms to each other, pull those shoulders back, Option 3, straighten those legs. So come with me, everybody, start in option 1. Take a nice big breath here. Nice flat back. Exhale if you want to go deeper. You guys inhale, maybe straighten those legs for 4 breaths here. Lengthen out, pull that crown up. Slow your breath pace down. We're doing my breath, so keep holding. Focus on that Ujjayi breath. Keep those quads engaged, core is tight. Last breath. Exhale, we're gonna lower down for 4 counts. Here we go. Everything comes down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, one last core exercise. So you may need to adjust here. Play with your pelvis, a little tug up. Press that lower back into the mat so there's nothing underneath there. All right. As you inhale, lift and tuck the chin, keeping that lower back pressed against the mat. Hands come straight up just like boat. And inhale, lift the legs just slightly off the ground, making sure your back doesn't arch. We're holding for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. That was our hollow back. Your next inhale, pull your knees to your chest and just do a little rocking, just a little release. We're almost done. Grab the inside of your legs. I like to grab close to my ankles. As I rock and pulling one ankle in, and then the other. Find that Ujjayi breath, that nice relaxation. Pressing that lower back into the mat. And then we can drop our feet. Bring the mat width apart. Just do a little windshield wiper here. Release the hips after all that lizard. Alright, now we're going to walk our feet up. We're going to finish here in our final pose, as always, Shavasana. So I want you to maintain your Ujjayi breath just a few more. Close your eyes and let your body relax, slowing that breath pace down just a little bit more. Really exaggerating those nice big inhales and exhales. Inhale, fully breathe in as much as you can. Little pause at the top. And as you exhale, forcefully exhale. Push all that air out of your lungs. Let's do that 2 more times. Nice big inhale. Pause. Exhale. Everything out, force it out. Last big inhale here. Pause at the top, full of air. And exhale. Slower for just a little bit longer. Let your breath go back to your natural pace. Just taking a few still slower breaths if you want. Just let it go and breathe through your nose or mouth, whatever's comfortable here. Just knowing that you can always come back to some of those deep breathing exercises just to help you relax. Hopefully you're feeling a little lighter here, a little more gentle. I'll invite you to stay in Shavasana a little longer if you have time. But if you don't, we're going to bend both knees and we're just going to roll onto our right side. And we're just going to push ourselves up into a nice comfortable seated position. Really whatever's comfortable for you. Knees, cross-legged, whatever. No matter where you are, relax your shoulders and have your eyes closed or at least downcast. And bring our hands to our heart center here. Thumb connected to sternum, right between our chest here. Get a nice connection with our heart, lengthening out the crown. Thanking our hips for letting us stretch them. Most of us probably know we sit a little too much. That tightens them. But all it takes is a little stretching day to day to help. Thanking our lungs for bringing us oxygen, fresh and pure. allowing us to use our breath to guide us, thanking our feet for supporting us, and always thanking our fellow yogis for joining us today, sharing in your practice and your energies. From the light in me to light in you, namaste. So if you've got to go, make sure you move slowly, grab some more water, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.